Good morning everybody, my name's Matt and I am a freelance marketing consultant and content creator in this beautiful city of Bristol. So as I mentioned, I'm a freelance creative in Bristol and I'm also at the moment currently a student at UWE studying creative media design, focusing on loads of different elements of design really, so like graphic design, photography and video production as well, which is pretty cool, and lots of web and coding stuff as well, so we get to do a lot of fun, exciting stuff. So I'm just on my way there today because I've just been accepted onto a scheme at uni where we get given some cash to go towards helping me set up my business, so that's what I'm currently just on my way to do now. So I've got some desk space up there and also a business mentor helping me go through all my business plans and all that sort of stuff. So if you're a UWE student and you're thinking of setting up a business, I definitely check that out. Basically just go onto the UWE website and search for UWE Enterprise and look for the Innovate scheme. It's a great scheme to get involved in. So on my channel I'm going to be posting regular video updates every week, posting video tutorials and vlogs on things such as marketing advice, software tips if you're a content creator as well, so how to use programs like Photoshop, Premiere, Adobe Illustrator and After Effects. So if that's of any interest to you, then do follow, because also if you're a small business owner, you might find some of this pretty useful as well, because today I'm going to be starting off talking about branding. So yeah, the filming thing is pretty weird. Got so wrapped up in the filming this morning, because it's all new to me, that I got to the bus stop, bus arrived just as I got there, I was like, perfect! And then I'd forgotten to get some cash out for the bus. So I finally made it into uni and the weather's looking really nice again, which is awesome, so off to do some work. Okay, so that was fun. Just spent all day sat in uni getting some good work done. Did some more posting online and mainly got my business cards finished, which I've been meaning to do for a while, so they're going to be going off to print soon, and when they're printed I'll do a little update on my blog and my website and share what they look like. I'm hoping to get some good feedback on those. And now I'm just trying to find somewhere else to do this filming to finish this vlog, because I promised that I'd speak a little bit about branding to you guys, so I'm going to find somewhere nice and quiet. And actually I've just thought, where better than what's up? I finally found somewhere nice to come and chat to you guys about branding, as I promised. What is branding? Well, for me, with branding there's a common misconception. I think most people, they just think, I'll just get a logo designed, job done. But I think there's a lot more to it than that. With branding is absolutely everything. So it's the logo, it's the way you speak to your customers, it's the way you verbally communicate, it's the kind of imagery that you use, even the photographs that you use, every element of design, even the face-to-face interactions that you make with your customers, that your employees make with your customers, if you're a shop, etc. It comes down to absolutely everything. So the brand for me is the tone of voice that you put out to kind of make a connection with your target audience. So the first steps in developing a brand is always about first going back to your core values or your mission statement for your business. If you haven't done this already in your business planning, then I'd encourage taking a step back and actually digging deep and working out what your core values are. So once you've got your core values down, then we're good to go. Then from there, it's about just trying to dig down, do a little bit of research and find your target audience. And the target audience research process is basically about finding people that will value your company and its services as much as you do. So the comparison that I always like to make is with Android and iPhone users with smartphones. You know, why is it that iPhone users feel so strongly about wanting to use an iPhone and they'll stick by their iPhone, and then why is it that Android users feel the same way too about Android? And what it comes down to is basically branding. It's those companies have worked so hard on focusing on their core values and therefore developing a really strong voice and company image that really speaks on a real emotional level to their target audiences. So once you've got a rough idea of who you think your target audience are, then it's really about just doing as much research as possible. The branding, with regards to branding, it really is about researching, target audience, finding out what their other interests are, what their buying motivations are, what really makes them tick, what gets them excited, you can align yourself with that by speaking emotionally to their level and then inspiring them to make a purchase because they love your brand so much. Another area of research you can do is on competitor analysis. So once you know your target audience are and you know the core values of the product service, you can kind of compare yourself to your competitors. And doing this is also going to help you boil down on your unique selling point, or USP as it's sometimes referred to as well. Now the first step, and a really good place to start, funny enough, is often the logo. The logo in a really simplistic way should convey the message of the tone of what your company's core values are all about, and this is the starting point for your communication with your audience. Your audience should be able to look at your logo and just spot it straight away, and it should be really unique and not copy your competitors, but instead just take inspiration from them. Branding then extends out beyond the logo to absolutely every method of visual, written and verbal communication that you make with your clients or target audience. So this includes, the copy on the content of your website. It should be written in the tone of voice that matches your core values. It also extends to any photography that you might do as part of an advertising campaign. You're going to want to try and book a photographer that is able to understand the mood that you're trying to create and convey that appropriately to your target audience. So once you've got all this visual imagery and written communication down, it's then all about consistency and following through with it with regards to branding. Making sure that even your employees in the workplace are fully on board with your company's core values and they understand it and they're able to understand the brand, so that they're then able to offer the service that presents what your brand is all about. So that kind of really covers the basics of branding. So as I mentioned, get your core values down, do lots of research on your competitors and your target audience, do a bit of matchmaking, try and win over their emotion, focus on the visual stuff, focus on the written communication, and then above all, with all of that, remain consistent. The brands that do it really well are the ones that are hit the nail on the head every time with their key messages. So that wraps up my first video. Thanks so much for watching. I'd really appreciate the feedback, so make sure you stick it in the comments below, hit the subscribe button, and if you'd like to know more, then check out my website, mattfenloncreative.co.uk. Cheers!